So, multiplying mixed numbers is the next task on the agenda. Multiplying mixed numbers. And remember that a mixed number is a whole number and a fraction together. So there are 3 steps. The first step is convert to improper fractions. Convert mixed numbers to improper fractions. And that is that whole thing of the whole number times the denominator plus the numerator over the denominator. Okay, so then you're going to multiply numerator times numerator and denominator times denominator. So step 2 is just to multiply your fractions. And then step 3 is to write your product as a mixed number and simplify. And the way you're going to do that is to write it as a mixed number. You're going to divide the numerator by the denominator. So I know that's a whole lot of D's and N's and W's and all that good stuff. Remember that what we end up with for our quotient is we will have our whole number here. Whatever is our remainder becomes our numerator over our denominator. Remainder over denominator. Okay? So let's practice 1 or 2 of these because I did go through that very fast. So example 1 is 1 2/5 times 2 1/3. 1 2/5 times 2 1/3. The first step is to turn both of these into improper fractions. So I'm going to do 1 times 5 plus 2 all over 5. And I'm going to do 2 times 3 plus 1 all over 3. So for this specific situation, 1 times 5 is 5, plus 2 is 7. I end up with 7/5 times 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 is 7, 7/3. 7/5 times 7/3. Well, 7 times 7 is 49, and 5 times 3 is 15. That was step 2. So this is step 1. Step 2. And then step 3 is to turn it into a mixed number and then simplify if we can simplify. So in step 3, I'm going to need a little bit more space. So I'm going to come over here and we'll do step 3 over here. And I'm going to divide 49 by 15. I know if I count by 15s, I can do 15, 30, 45, so that would be 3. 3 times 15 is 45, and then I subtract. 49 minus 45 is 4. So I know that my mixed number will be 3 4/15. I cannot simplify this any further. I cannot simplify this any further. This is as low as it can go. There are no common factors between 4 and 15 other than the number 1. Looking at the second example, again, you can walk through this with me and check yourself as you go. So I hope that that's what you'll do. So the second example is 1 1/4 times 2 2/3. All right, think about it. What is step 1? If you said change both of these mixed numbers into an improper fraction, you are correct. And how do we do that? If you remember that it's the whole number times the denominator plus the numerator all over the denominator, you remembered correctly. So for the first mixed number, I'm going to change that to 1 times 4 plus 1 all over 4. For the second fraction, I'm going to change that to 2 times 3 plus 2 all over 3. When I do that, I can now work out the multiplication. 1 times 4 is 4, plus 1 is 5, 5/4. 2 times 3 is 6, 6 plus 2 is 8, 8/3. Now I can do my multiplication, numerator to numerator and denominator to denominator. This is going to equal 5 times 8 is 40 over 4 times 3, which is 12. Now we have to go and do our conversion back to a mixed number. So I'm going to take 40 and divide it by 12. I'm going to take 40 and I'm going to divide it by 12. So I know that 12 can go into 40 3 times because 3 times 12 is 36. And this leaves me with 4 left over. I know that this remainder becomes my numerator and the 12 remains my denominator. Now I have to go through and figure out if there is a common factor between 4 and 12. The way I do that is I list the factors of 4 and I list the factors of 12. 1 times 4, 2 times 2. So the factors of 4 are 1, 2, and 4. For 12, 1 times 12, 2 times 6, and 3 times 4. So the factors for 12 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. The greatest common factor between 4 and 12 is 4. So I'm going to take 4 twelfths and I'm going to divide both the top number and the bottom number by 4. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 12 divided by 4 is 3. So my answer is 3 1/3. 3 1/3. And remember this 4, if you need to go back and review how to find the GCF, because I did go through it kind of fast, That's what you're looking for, is the GCF. All right, you should be able to look through examples 3 and 4 and start the lesson. If you need help or you have questions, please don't hesitate to come by and see me. Thank you.